Sister Wives. The emotional transition of Cody and Robyn Brown following family dissolution. Cody and Robyn Brown are relocating from their home in Flagstaff, Arizona. In a recent episode, the Sister Wives cast members revealed their decision. This choice comes at a time of severe family strife and bereavement. Couple wants a new beginning away from a home that holds many unpleasant memories. For the smaller Brown family, their move is a turning point. People claims that the relocation is motivated by a wish to mend. Robyn and Cody are relocating to a new area of Flagstaff. Couple had to sell their existing house swiftly to close the sale, and they have less than a month to finish the changeover. They called their new property their dream home. Both pressure and excitement are increased by the quick schedule. The quick offer procedure was made possible by their real estate agent. Present house is a reminder of family splits. From here, Christine, Janelle, and Mary Brown departed the poly marriage. Cody also found out about his son Garrison's untimely death at the residence. According to Robyn, she went through a severe depressive episode there. Cody expressed similar sentiments, describing the structure as agonizing. The idea of leaving clearly relieves them both. Cody thinks the new home can heal strained relationships. In particular, he wants his grown children to feel at ease when they visit. The wider area is meant to serve as a welcoming gathering spot. This hope is beset with difficulties. Relationship tensions between Cody and a number of his children have been made public. Deeper emotional scars might not be healed by a move. For the pair, the move represents a change in philosophy. They are guided by Robyn's motto, faith in God, one step in front of the other. As other family members embark on new beginnings, they are packing with hope for a prosperous future. Cody's daughter with Janelle, Maddie Brush, recently revealed she was expecting a child. The anniversary of Garrison's passing coincides poignantly with the due date of her baby. But on TLC's Sister Wives, Cody and Robyn Brown are preparing a significant relocation, leaving their current residence in Flagstaff, Arizona. Sister Wives Season 20, Cody and Robyn seek fresh start after family fractures. After 3 sister wives left and their kid passed away, they decided to move to a new home in the hopes that it would heal the terrible family divisions. For the remaining pair, the new property is a fresh start. Robyn and Cody found their ideal house across Flagstaff. When their offer was approved, a hasty decision was required. They have less than a month to pack and move. According to Cody, their current house hurts a lot. He mentioned the disintegration of the family and the death of his son Garrison. Robyn acknowledged that she suffered from acute sadness there. Pair is packing with the hope that they will be blessed. Cody thinks his adult children would want to come over to the new residence. This possible new beginning aligns with previous family changes, and he believes it will help heal their broken connections. Cody's daughter with Janelle, Madison Brush, said she was expecting her 4th child. The baby was due around March 5th, the anniversary of Garrison Brown's passing, and her due date held great meaning for the family. Christine Brown described this timing as a full-circle, poignant occasion. In the midst of their sorrow, the family interpreted it as a sign of hope. Madison's daughter was not born on that same day. Madison stated on social media that she paid tribute to Garrison by giving him the middle name Estelle, which means star. The family is still negotiating complicated relationships. The move is Cody and Robyn's most recent effort to start again. The most recent season of the venerable reality show tells their story. But over Flagstaff, the golden desert sun was sinking, illuminating the horizon with pink and orange hues. As the fresh Arizona air blew past him, Cody Brown sat by himself in the backyard of his expansive house, his eyes averted. Producers adored this scene, which showed Cody thinking deeply and reflecting on his own decisions. Cameras rolled silently. Tensions are greater than ever in this made-up episode of Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 29. Cody thinks his exes want his money. Cody is seen pacing his living room at the start of the episode. Exhaustion and irritation have taken the place of his once bright smile. They're acting as though I owe them everything, even though I've toiled for decades to create this family. He says to the cameras. Christine, Mary, and Janelle all abandoned me, and now they claim a portion of my money is theirs. Robyn, who is seated close by, is startled as he slams his hand on the counter. Cody, they're not trying to take your money, replies Robyn quietly, trying not to lose her cool. All they want is justice. Cody, however, shakes his head. Equity? Everything was built by me. I ensured that we had cars, houses, and security. And now they believe they can pay out and leave? Not at all. In the meantime, Janelle, Mary, and Christine get together in Utah for lunch. The three of them are together for the first time since Christine announced her engagement. First, there's a lot of laughs, hugs, and catching up on their children. Conversation soon shifts to money, though. Did you notice Cody's remarks from the previous interview? Mary scrolls through her phone and sighs. Really? My ex-wives are just interested in what I can offer them. Christine gives a sour laugh. That man genuinely thinks he is the only one who has ever put forth any effort. To return here, I had to sell my house. Janelle agrees with a nod. And I'm still working to fulfill his commitment to me. Principle is more important than the money. Determining to stand firm, not for retaliation but out of respect, the women clink their glasses together. To set the record straight, TLC arranged for Christine to fly back to Arizona for a planned sit-down with Cody. As they sit across from one another in a neutral cafe, the tension is high. Cody is unable to remain motionless, but Christine appears calm. His irritated eyes are burning as he leans forward. Christine, you've made me appear foolish. You took half of what we built when you went. You're getting married again now, and you want more? Christine remains composed. Cody, I don't want your money. What's fair is what I want. While you were off pursuing your next big dream, I spent years raising your kids. I'm worthy of some tranquility. Peace of mind doesn't come with a check, Cody laughs. Christine inhales deeply. No, it requires closure, which you won't provide. Silence descends on the cafe. When the tension gets intolerable, the producers whisper off camera. Robyn tries to talk sense into Cody's head back home. With tears in her eyes, she cries, You're pushing everyone away. You lose yourself more the more you fight them. But Cody retorts, too arrogant to pay attention. Robyn, you don't get it. What we've created is what they want. I cannot allow them to simply ruin my financial and emotional well-being. Robyn looks aside, sorrow shining in her eyes. Cody, you've already ruined yourself. With pride, not with cash. As the episode comes to a conclusion, Cody is once more seated on the porch, examining old family pictures. He expresses regret in his voiceover. Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps money was never the issue. Perhaps all they wanted was to feel noticed. As the screen turns black, the music gets louder. There is only one caption visible. Next time on Sister Wives, Christine invites Cody and everyone else to her wedding. But the world of Sister Wives was ablaze once more during the first week of June 2025. The Browns made headlines again after months of silence, this time for a combination of humor, turmoil, and sincere admissions. For a long, Cody Brown had been remarkably silent on social media. Supporters questioned whether he was planning something fresh or thinking back on his errors. Then he abruptly released a cameo video that sparked a frenzy on the internet. Cody was shown in the video clutching a toy microphone, sporting a cowboy hat, and sporting large sunglasses. He grinned dramatically and replied, A guy must occasionally lose 4 marriages in order to discover himself. Then he transformed the lyrics of Let It Go into a half-sung, half-shouted parody saying, Let them go, while circling his living room in circles. Supporters couldn't decide whether to laugh or cry. Originally intended for a fan's birthday, the video quickly went viral. That man never stops surprising me, and not in a good way, Janelle wrote in an online comment. Mary, meantime, shared a mysterious quote on Instagram. When chaos ceases to be amusing, clarity emerges. Couldn't have come at a better time. A new TLC special called Sister Wives, The Truth Beyond Flagstaff was announced a few days later by Suki Krishnan, the shrewd and bold host who had conducted numerous interviews with the sister wives. Conversation was shot in a stunning studio in Arizona, where windows let in plenty of desert light. Suki highlighted each member of the family individually. Christine exuded confidence as she said, "I thought I would break if I left Cody. As it happens, it helped shape me." Janelle gave a nod of assent and continued, "We all made an effort. However, a family cannot be saved by attempting alone." The final surviving wife, Robyn, arrived next. As she said, her eyes were crimson. "People believe that I wanted everyone to leave. That is untrue. However, love can occasionally be lost in translation." At last, Suki pulled Cody out. As usual, he made a theatrical entrance, brandishing a coffee mug that read, "Still the Alpha," and donning a leather jacket. Unusual? I refer to it as authentic. Simply put, the world isn't prepared for my freedom dance. Suki's eyebrow went up. Or perhaps your performance has worn them out. Crowd let out a gasp. During the season, it was one of the most watched interviews. Christine was creating memories while Suki was creating headlines and Cody was creating memes. She had recently announced that she and her new husband, David Woolley, would be traveling to Europe. They intended to spend a whole month traveling across Italy, France, and Greece while recording everything for the Christine Unscripted Travel Special on TLC. Christine's happiness was infectious. In one video, she was seen laughing with her daughters while standing in front of the Eiffel Tower and stating, "I tried to keep a broken marriage together for years. It's so much better now that I'm holding a croissant." Her self-assurance and playful wit were adored by her fans. She even captioned a selfie that she shared online. While Janelle concentrated on health retreats for women recovering from polygamous relationships, there were whispers that Mary was organizing her own journey, potentially opening a second in Utah. "The only plural thing in my life now is joy." The Browns were all following separate routes by the end of June. According to rumors, Cody was pitching a podcast called Father of Many, Master of None, as he continued to try to reinvent himself. With her travel videos going viral on social media, Christine was more radiant than ever. Focusing on her health and her grandchildren, Janelle remained composed and grounded. With admirers referring to her as the comeback queen, Mary was quietly creating something powerful. Fans questioned how long Robyn would remain at Cody's side, but she remained largely silent. In June 2025, the Browns were all living their truth, even though the world might never see them living together again. And that appeared to be a pleasant conclusion for once. But as Janelle Brown zipped up her final suitcase, the early morning sun illuminated the Flagstaff Hills in a golden hue. Her tiny home, which had once been a hive of family laughter and mayhem, was suddenly silent. Janelle was genuinely alone for the first time in decades. She didn't have to worry about several marriages, joint funds, or Cody's erratic behavior. She had made her own decision. She glanced at the plane ticket on the kitchen counter and muttered, "Out east." A fresh start. The East Coast, with its verdant scenery, shifting seasons, and freedom, had always been Janelle's ideal. Janelle accepted her daughter Maddie's suggestion to spend some time in North Carolina. However, she had a more ambitious plan. She wished she had started a wellness retreat for women years ago, emphasizing self-sufficiency and empowerment. The scent of pine and the splendor of the undulating hills seized Janelle as soon as she arrived. The grandchildren ran excitedly to her as Maddie and Caleb embraced her. However, Janelle understood in her heart that her purpose was to change, not merely to visit. In a matter of weeks, she discovered a modest cottage for rent in a serene, forested area outside of Asheville. She began to write in her notebook, go on long hikes, and get up early. She started a TLC vlog series called Janelle's Next Chapter Out East, which took off online right away because viewers were enthralled with her self-reliance and fortitude. Cody learned about Janelle's effort from social media while he was back in Flagstaff. He was astonished and perhaps envious. In a candid interview, he murmured, "She's acting like she's some kind of motivational guru." But who supported her throughout the years? Yes, I did. Janelle, however, was unconvinced. During her own interview, she simply stated, "Cody can think what he wants. I was a part of his tale for years. I'm writing mine now." Christine Brown paid Janelle a visit in North Carolina a few months later. On the porch with a view of the foggy woodland, the two sipped tea. Christine grinned brightly and remarked, "I can't believe you did it. You really went out and started a completely different life." Janelle chuckled. "Although it's not flawless, it's serene. And I had never really experienced that before." Over the course of the weekend, they went trekking, cooked together, and discussed ideas for a combined women's retreat that would teach women from all walks of life how to become independent after experiencing heartbreak. Concept was well received by TLC producers, and by spring, Sister Wives, Reclaimed was in production. Janelle was caring for her little vegetable patch one cool autumn morning when a well-known SUV showed up. Cody emerged, appearing uneasy in a leather jacket. "Janelle," he continued clumsily, "I wanted to check in with you." "You seem," the children said. "Joyful." Wiping dirt from her hands, Janelle grinned. "I'm content, Cody. I'm happier than I've been in ages." He surveyed the garden, the cabin, and the pecking hens at the fence. "You truly turned this into something." "I had to," she said, "because I at last understood that no one else could create my happiness for me." They spoke politely, calmly, but aloofly for a while. Janelle didn't feel sad when Cody went away. Just closure. Janelle's retreat, known as Freedom Haven, formally opens at the conclusion of the season. Workshops on financial literacy, emotional resilience, and wellness drew women from all over the nation. On the first day, Janelle was crying as she stood in front of them. "I waited for someone else to take charge of my life for years," she remarked. "I'm the one with the map now." The East Coast sun shone through the woods as the camera panned out, and Sister Wives, Janelle's next chapter, the show's new theme music, played quietly. Janelle's move east wasn't the only thing that happened in the next chapter. It was about her making progress at last. Welcome to my channel, dear viewers. My name is Sabrina, and I hope you're having a great day. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.